Welcome back to another training with John, your performance mindset coach. In this training, we're diving into the topic of self-awareness for business owners. If you're watching this, you're most likely a business owner. If not, you'll also get tons of value throughout this training where we look at what is self-awareness, how might it be hindering your own performance and ascension, and what we can do to increase our self-awareness to increase our performance and ascension opportunities. All right, so how can we increase our self-awareness as a business owner? If you haven't read our blog yet, I'll post it below in the description for you. Head over, read the blog where we dive deeper into this topic and concept and share more ideas and resources with you. But self-awareness is the ability to understand your own emotions, thoughts, and behaviors and recognize their impact on others. So don't forget, there's also a free download to go with this training in the description. Just click on description and you should see the download there that's accessible for you. So let's dive in. So what's the importance of self-awareness? Why is it so important for our leadership capacity? And why is it so important for our own business ascension? Well, number one is it enhances decision-making and leadership skills. The ability to be able to be self-aware allows you to, number one, better understand yourself. So how do you make decisions? What's most important to you? Does it align with your values, align with who you are, align with your vision? And also align with your leadership capacity, right? So your ability to be self-aware in terms of how maybe your own biases possibly impact the relationships you have with your team, your employees, and even your potential customers. Improves emotional regulation and stress management. So when we can increase our self-awareness, we improve our emotional regulation because we're now more self-aware of our triggers and we better understand the things that we need to build into our week to make sure that we are proactive in terms of how we manage our stress. It strengthens our relationships and team dynamics, which is important for every walk of life. See this as not only just relationships within your business, but also relationships within your personal life as well. So what's some of the problems that we see when it comes to business owners who maybe lack self-awareness? They have blind spots. They have things that they're not quite aware of in terms of their own perspective, in terms of their own deficits that they don't quite see because of their lack of self-awareness. They don't realize that certain things or certain characteristics, certain traits they have, certain mindset, negative mindset issues that they have are potentially hindering them, and they're actually self-sabotaging more than they're aware. Emotional reactivity. They're reacting to situations instead of proactively managing their own state and actually being able to slow down, take a step back, get a 360-degree view of the situation, then make a decision logically. Limited feedback. They're not allowing themselves to get feedback from others or giving themselves the feedback they need, which the brain craves in terms of growth. So what are some solutions? Journaling is a great way for us to become more self-aware. Why? Because we're putting our thoughts, our feelings, our daily behaviors onto paper. So number one is we have to think about them, right? We have to reflect on them because we're actually asking our brain questions that we wanted to answer, which is allowing us to become more self-aware. So it's one of the best ways, in my experience, to increase your self-awareness, to learn more about your current mindset, and also be able to think more from your future mindset. It's very difficult to journal and not focus compared to other things that we do that we often typically multitask. It helps us understand our inner world, and our inner world creates our outer world. It helps us to plan, reflect, and seek feedback, right? Which is super, super important. I noticed a spelling error, so it should be reflect and seek feedback. Journaling, right? So it helps the brain focus, which is super, super important. It helps us better understand our current mindset, where our mindset might be, where our deficits might be, and then we can go recreate a new narrative using journaling as a tool. Inner world, so understanding our current patterns. What are our current thinking patterns? What is our current emotional landscape? What type of patterns do we have in terms of how we feel, when we feel them, what triggers us, what sets us off, what's the cycle that we undergo? Then we can start to question it and now break down the pattern and interrupt the pattern quicker so we can start to change the dialogue. But also, it's super, super important is our ability to plan and reflect. We can use our journal to plan our weeks, plan our days, be more intentional with how we use our time, which creates more predictability and expectation for our brain. Likewise, we can reflect daily and weekly, which allows us to review our processes, review our patterns, and give ourselves the feedback that we need in order to be able to grow. So we can notice these patterns and then be able to adapt accordingly. So don't forget, if you want the worksheets to go with this training, you can download them in the description section. So there's some worksheets here for you to work on your self-awareness, track your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and also ways that you can have a look at your emotional landscape, and finally then what you need to do to plan your week to be effective, and then be able to actually review your week and adapt accordingly at the end of the week. So just before we move on, remember, awareness of current mindset first. That is the real key, right? We want to be aware of our current mindset first. Don't be afraid to seek external help via a coach, a mentor. If you'd like to learn more about what we do here at Systems Coaching Academy, just drop us a message. We'd be more than happy to provide you with more information. But ask people for honest feedback. The more feedback you can give yourself, the more opportunities you give your brain to grow. So that's it for this week. Be well, take care, and talk soon.